What if I told you the biggest barrier to your success isn't external, but the mindset you hold inside? It's not your job, your bank account, or even your skills. It's something much closer to home. Your mindset is the key to unlocking the life you've always wanted. I know this might sound a bit out there, but stick with me. By the end of this video, you'll see why your mindset is so crucial. We'll explore how changing it can transform your life, looking at real examples and practical tools you can use. This isn't just feel good stuff, it's about real, lasting change. Ready to discover how your mindset can shape your future? Well, welcome to Wise Up. It's your boy WIZE, and welcome to Wise Up. And let's just jump right into it. Let's talk about that inner critic we all have. You know what I'm talking about, right? That voice that says you're not good enough or you can't do this. Today, we're going to shine a light on that voice and figure out what's really going on. Say you're an incredible, talented artist who's been creating amazing pieces for years. But here's the thing, you've never had your own exhibit. Despite all the praise from friends and family, you just can't bring yourself to put your work out there. Does this story sound so familiar? That constant second guessing, that fear of putting yourself out there, is something a lot of us deal with every day. And here's where it gets interesting. That self-doubt we feel, it's trying to protect us. Our brains are wired to keep us safe, sometimes by avoiding potential failure or embarrassment. But here's the problem. That overprotective instinct can hold us back from amazing opportunities, like you and your art. By listening to that voice of self doubt, you're missing out on the chance to share your talent with the world. Self doubt isn't always easy to spot, it sneaks up on us in different ways. Have you ever found yourself putting off an important task? That's procrastination. And it's often a sign of self doubt. Or maybe you're a perfectionist, always setting impossible high standards for yourself. Recognizing these signs is the first step to overcoming them. I had this amazing conversation with my mentor that totally shifted my perspective. My mentor asked, what's the worst that could happen if you put yourself out there? Suddenly, I realized my fear was way bigger than any actual consequences. So, how can we catch ourselves in the act of self doubt? It's all about being mindful of our thoughts. Next time you hesitate or make excuses, hit pause. Listen to what's going on in your head. Are you telling yourself you can't do something? Are you focusing on the ways things could go wrong? Once you start recognizing these patterns, you can start challenging them. Ask yourself, is this the thought you is this thought really true? Or is it just self-doubt talking? It's like shining a light on those sneaky thoughts. Once you see them clearly, they often lose their powers over you. Here's a little trick I learned. Try keeping a journal. Write down those negative thoughts when they pop up. Sometimes just seeing them on paper can help you realize how unrealistic they are. Plus, it's a great way to track your progress as you start to overcome any of your self-doubt. So this next example is a real eye-opener. As a middle manager at a tech company, you've never applied for promotions because you thought you wasn't leadership material. Can you relate? Having this voice in your head saying you're not cut out for this, but that voice is lying. These limiting beliefs come from childhood experiences, past failures, or things that others have said. Maybe it was a teacher who told you you weren't assertive enough to lead a group project. That stuck with you and grew into a huge belief that you wasn't leadership material. If we don't challenge these beliefs, they become self-fulfilling prophecies. You never applied for promotions because you didn't think you was good enough, so you never got promoted. It's a vicious cycle. You can start working out these limiting beliefs by using a thought record worksheet. Write down your belief. I'm not leadership material. Then look for evidence. Turns out there might be a lot more supporting your leadership skills than you realize. These exercises help you see that your belief wasn't based on facts, but on an old story you've been telling yourself. It was like putting on a new pair of glasses and seeing everything clearly for the first time. Here's a trick you can try: the power of yet. Next time you catch yourself thinking something negative, add the word yet to the end. I'm not good at public speaking becomes I'm not good at public speaking yet. It's a small change, but it opens up a world of possibilities. As you start challenging your beliefs, you can begin to reframe them into empowering questions. Instead of I'm not leadership material, you ask, how can I develop my leadership skills? This shift should motivate you to seek out leadership opportunities and eventually land the promotion you've been dreaming of. Remember, the stories we all tell ourselves are powerful. They can hold us back or propel us forward. Start questioning those limiting beliefs. You just might surprise yourself with what you're capable of. Another example: the company you keep can be your secret weapon or your biggest obstacle. Have you ever noticed how people around you might be shaping your mindset without you even realizing it? There's this saying that you're the average of 5 people you spend the most time with. Let's see how it plays out in real life. You're a regular guy with a decent job, but lately you've been feeling stuck and unmotivated. Your friend group is always complaining about their jobs, relationships, and pretty much everything else. It's like a never ending pity party, and you are right in the middle of it. Here's the thing: attitudes are contagious. The concept of social contagion suggests that our attitudes and behaviors can spread through our social networks. When you are surrounded by negativity day in and day out, it's no surprise you're starting to feel the same way. You must decide to shake things up. Start seeking out new connections with people who are pursuing their passions and loving their lives. At first, you'll feel out of place, but slowly some things start to change. Our brains have these things called mirror neurons. They're like little copycats in our heads that make us unconsciously mimic the people around us. Just as a catchy tune stays in your head, attitudes from those around you tend to stick too. As you start hanging out with more positive, goal oriented people, you find yourself adapting their attitudes and behaviors. You can start by joining clubs or groups related to your interests. Attend workshops or seminars on topics that excite you. Don't be afraid to seek out mentorship. These activities can help you connect with like minded folks who inspire and motivate you. Changing your social circle isn't always easy, especially when it comes to distancing yourself from negative influencers. You might need to have some thought conversation or set boundaries with certain people in your life. Here's a cool idea: create a personal board of directors. This is a group of mentors and friends who uplift and challenge you. When selecting these personal mentors, ask yourself, do they inspire me? Do they have skills or qualities I want to develop? Can they offer honest feedback? All right, folks, we've been on quite a little journey today, exploring how to kick those pesky self doubts to the curb. Now it's time for action. Here's your challenge: choose the one self doubt that's been holding you back the most and commit to one specific action this week that challenges it head on. Maybe it's signing up for that class or reaching out to someone you admire. Remember, even small steps are heroic moves in your journey. So, what's your brave first step going to be? Share it in the comments and let's cheer each other on. Yeah, adventure starts now. Let's make some magic happen together.